Kristen, thanks very much. And joining us right now is Diana Hunter, and she's the author of FoodSmart. This book is about nutrition in the 21st century. We're also going to be talking about how to make some nutritious oatmeal raisin cookies. But before we kind of get into that, I want to talk to you a little bit about nutrition in the 21st century. Is there like a catchphrase for nutrition right now?
I like to say, get food smart. Absolutely.
That's a good thing, because that's the title of your book. So let's talk a little bit about what's in the book and what people can expect if they want to buy it and go through it.
It's very unconventional. To begin with, not just in its theme and its idea to work with variables and learn what you're picking and choosing so you can make better ideas overall for nutrition, but also in its setup. It has larger top and bottom margins so you can write in them, footnotes at the bottom of the pages so that you can go ahead and find out the information right there, not the back of the book or the back of the chapter. You can read them. They're in a size that's readable. In text websites so you can go get information further beyond what you already get there. And basically in the concept of it, I teach you, let's take an apple for example. Is this organic? How do you know? Let's look at the produce lookup code that's on there and say, okay, what number's on the front? If it has a 4, it means it was conventionally raised. And was it from the U.S.? Was it from somewhere else? It's an 8 if it's organic in front, a 3 if it's conventional, excuse me, a 4 if it's conventional, or they change it from there. So I basically go over all of that and teach you, look at this piece, look at this piece, look at this piece. So you can make a choice if you decide you want organic. If you don't mind if something's imported, you can choose that way, et cetera, et cetera.
So it's kind of like food for dummies, nutrition for dummies.
Kind of like that, but nobody's a dummy in food. You know, it's something where you just kind of, you go along and you learn and things change. And we're at the total infancy of nutrition, so nobody's a dummy. We're all just on the road learning and learning.
Okay,
absolutely.
That is nice to know, because sometimes I feel like I am a dummy when it comes to nutrition, you know.
You can only get better at this.
Well, good, because I hope you can help us out. We're making some great oatmeal raisin cookies, so how do you make this nutritious?
This is like a healthy twist on a traditional favorite, is what I like to say. So what we basically begin with, and no panic if you don't follow any of this, the website foodsmart.org has a recipe. It's free. Just go on there and get it, or it might be linked to you guys. I'm not sure.
We will definitely have it linked to our website, so KULR-8.com.
This is quick. It's very easy. You can do this, like I was telling you before, you can, if your husband says, hey, I have guests coming over and you want to do this really fast, you start with a couple of sticks of buttery spread. Or you make him do it. There you go. He might enjoy that, but he may eat them all before the guests get there.
That is true.
Okay, you start off with a couple of sticks of buttery spread. You can actually use some of the ones that they say that they're lower sat fat than regular butter. Good omegas in them and things like that. And you can split them. If you really have to have a butter flavor in there, you can take 1 1/2 or 1 3/4 sticks of the buttery spread and then maybe 1/4 to 1/2 stick of butter. Try to keep that down if you can, but it does give you the flavor, so you want the flavor in there. If you don't have them defrosted, you can put them in the microwave for a little while. Try 30 to 40 seconds. You don't want them to be watery, mushy, but you want them to be like this kind of consistency, so it's kind of smooth. And once you move those down, which by the way, people ask me all the time, what type do we use? I like some of the Smart Balance products because they already have a 50-50 stick or just an actual buttery spread. So you begin with this, and then you add your sugars. And our sugars are lower here. You take a 1/4 cup of white grain sugar and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You can use organics for any of this for an option. And you can use less sugar even than this. If you prefer just using brown sugar or demerara sugar and you want to up the amount of raisins instead for the sweetness, you're getting the vitamins and nutrients, the antioxidants, etc. So we go ahead and we add these guys in.
So would you say brown sugar then is better for you than regular granulated sugar, or is there really not much of a difference?
You might get a few little trace pieces of mineral in there, unless it's something that's been enhanced, so not really.
Okay.
The demerara sugar, it's less refined, so you might even get more, but overall sugar, so keep it down. As a nation, we need to cut back on sugar, so
all right,
that's
so
what's
we're
great
about
about
out of time, so why don't we go ahead and throw as much of the rest of the ingredients as we can.
We shall.
She also brought us some cookies.
We dump in a full tablespoon is what I prefer of vanilla, 2 eggs to coordinate.
And those can be organic as well, correct?
Everything is convertible. It's a very convertible recipe. In another bowl, you mix in your flour. You're going to use 1 1/4 cups approximately. You may have to go up a little bit, 1/2 cup, or even a little bit less for high altitude. Another bowl, I use 1 1/4 teaspoons of cinnamon. Organic, I do recommend on that. A teaspoon of baking soda. Just combine them. It's that easy. Once you combine these 2 bowls together, then you add your oats, 3 cups, so you get a heavy dose of good whole fiber. And then you add your raisins, whop it together, 1 big spoon, take a little spoon like this, pop them here, 2 1 2 1 2 1, pop in the oven about 325. Part of the technique is cooking them. Watch them. If you like them soft and chewy like that, less time, maybe 9-10 minutes. If you like them crunchy, let them go, and you can make cereal out of them with low-fat milk, and I prefer organic there.
All right. Well, Diana, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks
so
for
there
having
you go, Alan. I hope you're watching and paying attention. Now you can make cookies for me. All right. So books, where are they available?
You can get them at most major bookstores. You can also get them online. You can go to foodsmart.org. It's free shipping. So if you don't want to leave your couch, you can get one, and you can still get FoodSmart, but get off your butt too.
Free is always good. Medical news is coming up next. We'll be right back.